All right, let's talk about the F word, fascism.
1 year in, but at least now you know what world you're in. Trump took you for a spin like whirlwind.
Is it ever fair to call a U.S. government fascist? Because the second you say it, people act like you just flipped the Monopoly board over and called grandma a dictator. And yes, I've tested this. I've got 3 friends, one anti-Trump, one I'm neutral, but you know that guy, and one full Trump can do no wrong. And all 3 of them hit me with the same response. Fascism? That's too far. Why? Because in their minds, the bar for fascism equals Hitler-level genocide. So we gotta wait for the final boss battle before we acknowledge the warning signs? That's like seeing smoke in your house and going, wake me up when the couch is on fire. Here's the issue. People forget that before the Holocaust, there was a buildup. Rights were stripped. Citizenship was challenged. Businesses were taken. People were labeled the enemy. That didn't happen overnight. That was a process. And historically, that's how most dictator regimes work. Not just one. We're talking patterns across the board. Now, fast forward to today. Am I saying America is there? No. Well, the president did on Easter Sunday send out a tweet saying he was going to wipe out a whole civilization. But we'll go with no. Am I saying there are parallels worth paying attention to? Absolutely. You've got attempts to redefine the challenge citizenship, weakening of checks and balances, attack on the media constantly, controlling narratives, especially around history, and the classic enemy within playbook. Immigrants, political opponents, even just people who disagree. Like they're gonna come at me just because of this video. At this point, we're arguing about vaccines like it's Team Marvel versus Team DC. Meanwhile, the real strategy is keep everybody fighting each other because divided people are easy to control. That's not even new, y'all. That's the textbook. And look, words like fascism are heavy. I get it. Shouldn't throw them around just to win an argument, but using them as a warning, that's different. That's not, I told you so. That's, hey, maybe don't ignore the smoke. Because if your standard is, I won't call it fascism until it looks like Nazi Germany, congratulations. By the time you're right, it's already too late. At the end of the day, I'm not asking you to agree with me. I'm asking you to pay attention, question things, research things, push back on me if you think I'm wrong. Because in situations like this, knowledge isn't just power, it's protection. Oh, and for the record, for my one friend out there that's a Trump supporter, I'm not saying your boy is a dictator, but he did on Easter Sunday send out a message saying that he was gonna wipe out a whole civilization. But nah, I'm not saying that at all. All right, it's still cool. I promise. You big dummies.
It's time to rise when the signs of sin slide in. Resurrect Jesus, they make sure that he died again. Cause he's new to this environment. They call him immigrant and say he's not innocent to justify the violence. So now they whining.